Hello everybody, Raptor King of the West here, and today we are back in Minecraft Dinosaurs. And today we are getting probably the most bird-like dinosaur that is currently in the mod out of every single one. We got it in the last world. I don't think I pronounced it right a single time. It is the Confuciusornis, I think, is how it's pronounced. That one's a tough one. It comes from China, and it lives in sort of a lake, it lives in lakeside habitats. That's how I'm gonna phrase that. So, obviously, that would be a pretty big aviary build to do that successfully, and I don't really have time for that today, nor do I think it's the best approach. I think we can have some fun with this, so we're gonna walk over here to our new enclosure location. We're gonna walk by the stegosaurs that I need to name at some point, because they are next on the list. They are gonna get named. We're gonna get over here to enclosure location, very well phrased by me, and you will notice a mountain. So my idea for this is putting a hole in a mountain and putting a lake in the hole in the mountain. We'll have this hole stretch out to like here. So then, in the hole in the mountain, we're gonna have a lake. And in that, then we don't have to worry about. We do not have to worry about them flying away upwards, only outwards, which we are going to fully cover from the glass. That's an enclosure, and I don't exactly intend for things to be escaping the whole time. That seems like a really bad strategy. So we're just gonna dig this out a bit, and then we're gonna make it a lakeside habitat environment. Have some when I was looking around, it was inconclusive whether or not it was like volcanic lakeside environments. I'm sure if I looked more that would have been more conclusive, but considering that I sort of freely interpret the general biome into whatever I think would be fun for the enclosure, that's fine. I don't think we'll do volcanic. We might, though. Probably not, if I'm being perfectly honest. There we go. Yeah. Alright. And then, so that's... I guess this would be where the glass is, or I can make it, like, slightly domed, I suppose? I'm not sure. There we go. Not too sure. Let's just clear this out a bit so that we can, get our lakeside environment to exist. There we go. No, I don't even know where to go, what to say here. We're just digging a really big hole. There's not too much crazy going on there. It's probably not even going to be a particularly large hole if I'm being perfectly honest. reasonably sized hole, I would argue, you know, for a lakeside environment for 5 raven-sized birds. And then, yeah, we need to still name a bunch of dinosaurs and other creatures. None of our Cenozoic creatures, Holocene creatures, have any names whatsoever. They're all going completely unnamed still. To be fair, we haven't been in that area since I set it up, so it is pretty easy to forget that they are there. But they are there, and they're patiently waiting for names. The Smilodons even have a child. Last time, when 2 of our dinosaurs had a children, I was very quick to make sure that both of the parents were named. Agnes and Chester, which were our first parents in the world. But after that, it hasn't really been too much of a thing, and if I'm worried about it, like the Gallimimus enclosure is a mess, I can find the oldest dinosaurs there and give them the name tags, because I would like to name the parents first when possible, and then the children after that. Of course, if you suggest names and you specifically want to name a child for some reason, I don't know or particularly care why, as long as things are getting named, then absolutely, I can find one of them. Or in a situation like the Cetipati enclosure, all of them are children of Agnes and Chester. So all of them would be, like, if anyone suggested a name for a Cetipati, it would go to one of the children, simply because that is all that there is. But, like, if you suggest a name for the Parasaurolophus, that one's still unnamed, I think. He's green now, too. When we converted the world, I think he became green. Yeah. He was red once upon a time. Now he is green, and I don't know how that happened. He's the only one that actually changed between versions. Even Lapis maintained their name. But yeah, if you, like, yeah, name dinosaurs. Name dinosaurs. It's, please. These guys need names so badly. Well, not like so badly, you know, but name them, please, because if we're waiting for me to get to them every time, it's gonna take a while. I still need to figure out what I'm gonna name our Stegosauruses. And yeah, Stegosauruses. Those are the ones that are next. If it gets to me naming them, I'm going down the list of when they were added into the world. And then after that, you know, after we get to the order, just me having to come up with the names. And if I run out, which I don't think will ever happen, unless you guys really just start naming everything, which, again, please do, actually. Please name everything. That would be great. I would love to have user-submitted name or viewer-submitted names for a bunch of the dinosaurs. That would be absolutely awesome. That is what I want, optimally. And that is why I give so much time before naming the dinosaurs or the other prehistoric creatures. Is because I do want you guys to be naming them. But yeah, if if we get to a point where somehow I catch up and everything is named, then I'll just name all the children. Because I feel like that is never going to end. There are 10 Cittipati in that enclosure alone. And if I make another enclosure for Cittipati in the future, which I want to do, I have some ideas in my head for, like, safari enclosures, which are big open enclosures with multiple dinosaur species that may or may not like each other, but are all in the same habit and the same time period. Or only one or the other. I'm not sure how specific it'll be yet. I'm still workshopping the idea. But the idea is... Hello, Fudge. How are you doing? The idea is that we have a safari, and we just have a minecart that goes through it, and otherwise, it's just an open habitat, which I think is a fun idea. And so there, I don't actually know if we would name those if I did that, only because some of them would get eaten. For sure. No doubt in my mind that at least one dinosaur gets eaten in the safari enclosures. That seems like the overwhelmingly likely situation. But we can still name them, and then we can start making graveyards. We kind of already have more graves than I would like. Not full graveyards, mind you, just graves in general. I don't want to deal with sorting right now. There, I'll sort these two, because these two are easy. Yeah, no, there is. We can have bigger graveyards if we do that. Or, like, dedicated graveyards. Because right now, our graveyards are more just whatever enclosure the dinosaur was in. And it's an item frame that hopefully has its skull. And if they didn't drop a skull, I think I just forget to put the gravestone in. Unless it's... We do have a rule. We do have a rule, and I mention this every time something dies that is a baby or a teen, like one of the youth stages. They do not drop skulls. They never will. That is just how Minecraft works, and I think that's how, that might even be specifically how the mod works, too. Like, they didn't change it. Baby mobs don't drop anything. Our youth stage dinosaurs don't drop anything. So when it comes to a situation where one of those dies, and I need to make a grave, and we've had this happen more than once, I will cheat in the skull that we need. And if no skull drops, and it's a adult stage, it's just other bones, I didn't get lucky and there wasn't a skull, I think so far I just forget to do the grave in general, which is really not what I should be doing. I should just be using one of the other bones in hindsight. Yeah, that's what I should have been doing this whole time. Oh well. Oh well. Mistakes were made. Okay. The reason I brought full blocks is because I decided while we were building that this is gonna be kind of dome-ish. Actually, yeah, let's... this effectively. This is going to be a weird dome. Realistically, it'll be a very weird dome. Oh, that was not the right button. That was forward. Why would I do that? Apparently I'm having trouble with shift these last few days, or sneaking. There we go. Okay, I need to get closer. There we go. There we go. We go up again. We decide we're gonna do that. And then we have a dome, kind of. That's good enough. My only note. Had to break those 3, which is unfortunate. Luckily, sand is technically an unlimited resource in Minecraft Dinosaurs. The farms for it are a little bit violent. Because plant fossils we can only get from mining a non-renewable block. Same with biofossils. And it's not going to show me the others. Lovely. But if I look for a specific... Why can't I? Thank you. If we look at, like, the skull for the dinosaur we're getting today, and we throw that in the analyzer, that can't give me... I thought that could give me sand. Oh, no. Is sand not as farmable as I thought it was? Aw. We should get some plants in here. How long have I been recording for? We should get some plants in here. This is going to be a reasonably length video, whether or not I get plants in here. Which is so awesome, this never happens, and I apologize about it deeply. But, you know, I'm going for fairly old school style of recording where it's just I'm letting things happen. And we're all along for the ride. No, I don't want to deal with horsetails. It should be good. And yeah, I did get frog DNA, which means that we can get frog lights for our lab here, and we can get rid of those torches. We'll do that in potentially the next episode. We'll do the frog thing. Because we need a frog. Oh, I need to research, actually, what frog I need to get the green frog like. Because this is the one that I want. The magnet key. Yeah, this isn't going to tell me. Because this isn't telling you that it needs to be done by a frog. Oh! Okay. Oh, that's craftable? Who made this craftable? What mod made this craftable? I genuinely don't know. None of the mods should be making that craftable. We're not gonna craft it. I want to do that fair. But knowing that it is craftable and that if I get ochre. I'm an artist. I should know how to pronounce that. Oh well. If we get the yellow frog lights, we can craft them into green with slime blocks, which we do have a lot of slime balls from Phalosauruses at this point. I don't know, have I ever caught a Phalosaurus on camera? It's happened multiple times off camera now, and I would love to get one on camera. But I also want to make an enclosure for one day, but that's going to be in a lower layer of our lab, which is currently just got 1 layer. Okay, you're gonna go there, and there, there. Perfection. Alright, we have 5 of these guys. We're gonna do this one at a time. Yep, you are just a bird. Oh, you're a herbivore. Why does that say air? Does that mean you can eat, like... Because there's no way that that means air, unless that's a bug that they need to fix. Huh. Why would that be... You are loud. Where are you? You're over here. I wonder if what that means isn't that they can eat air, but that they can eat... We have 2 females. I wonder if that means they can eat grass like this. Is that a male? That is a male. All of you are medium happy. Oh, you're big happy now. You're big happy now. Another male. And another male. Okay. Yeah, I wonder why that says they can eat air, because obviously they're not eating air right now. That's not a behavior that they are exhibiting. And if they could eat air, I think they'd be doing it, you know? So that's gotta mean something different. Regardless, what are we looking at here on time? We're looking pretty good on time. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun enclosure. It's a fun enclosure. What I want to do, because I just had this idea now that I've seen that they're herbivores. I thought they were carnivores. I thought that they were carnivores. What tree do I want? Where's my saplings for the trees that I like? Oh, why am I looking up here? They're downstairs. Here's the saplings for the trees I like. We don't give Sigillaria enough attention. Mostly because I don't like it. It looks weird. I know that it was a real tree that existed, but it's really hard to work with. Okay, we're gonna want bone meal. I know a way to get bone meal. And my goal is just to maintain the reasonably length status. So we're doing this in like 5-10 minutes total. Can I pull that off? Do you guys have faith in me? Knowing how long my videos normally run for, do you have faith in me to give you guys a reasonably length video? I hope you're all saying yes. I can't hear you. You can let me know in the comments, and I'll read it and I'll realize that, oh yeah, you guys had faith in me, that's great. Because obviously you have faith in me to deliver a reasonably lengthed video. Ominous noises. Gotta love ominous noises. Alright. Let's just... I need a skeleton or bone blocks. Either work. I'm not gonna be too picky about that. This is a very precarious area to be. Oh dear. Okay. Do I see... Why is there a single piece of netherrack there? Have I been over here already? Like, obviously not today. This is my first time in the nether today. Where are all the skeletons? Normally this is a problem. I mean, it's a Soul Sand Valley. You'd imagine that you would find skeletons. Right, you know, we'll just go through here. This is fine. This also is not a bad block for our habitats, actually. We could use that for sure. And that right there, my friends. Oh, all at once. All at once, huh? There we go. Let's just take this whole thing down so that we have spares. I could put bones in build, realistically. I don't know what I would use them for. They could go in, they can go in Dr. Bovine's, office, actually. As, like, a pillar, maybe? I'm not too sure where I'm going with this idea. I'm also gonna bring ferns. I forgot about ferns, which is sort of the whole reason we're doing any of this. 14. Why are there no chickens in there? That's weird. Another dream that I have, or not a dream, but like an idea that I envision is one of these layers, one of the layers of this lab has a botany floor where we're just, not the trees, but we're growing all the other plants. And like, that then we're pushing to actually do the botany stuff that I tend to ignore, because then it becomes a really cool part of the build. There we go. That's too small. I picked you because you're big. You know that, right? And you're weird. This is what I mean. You're weird. Okay, see? That was bigger. You actually broke the glass. And you're taller, but I don't think you actually reach... Like... You don't reach into the enclosure. This is... There we go. Okay. This is a problem. Come on. Let me pull this off. Within the next... What buttons am I pressing? There we go. Okay. Let me pull this off. Quicker, please. Ah. I actually, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, so much bone meal. There we go, kind of. That is something. But I think that counts for ferns. That counts for ferns. Let's grow these before they eat them. Take one with me. There we go. They can eat. Okay, that's my reasonably length video. I can't go any longer. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you have an amazing day, and goodbye.